Beaver After Dark is not for all audiences. It will be dealing with adult topics and adult situations. Each host will be giving an opinion and is in no means an expert. Listener discretion is advised. Not tonight. I'm not in the mood to be bitten, but we are joined tonight by a new guest, the Klopp, John Klopp, who is apparently not on the screen right now. Then we have the beautiful Val. Like super loud again. There he is. There he is. He's coming on screen. Not literally. That'll be later, apparently. Hi, Klopp.
Hello.
Then we have our little friend from the Valley, SoCal. And of course, the one, not the only, king of depravity, professor of OnlyFans, scholar of the Urban Dictionary, Rob Hurt. Thank you for joining us tonight. And of course, there's me, Beaver. So I have a story that I want to start with tonight, and it's kind of serious. So I want you to listen and be a little serious about this topic because it is a very, I don't know. I was very, very, very upset when I read this. Firefighters responded to a tractor-trailer fire on a Missouri highway Monday morning. The trailer was packed with 40,000 pounds of ribeye steaks when it caught on fire on eastbound lanes in Highway 174. The fire district said the steaks were a total loss. Fire officials did not immediately share the cause of the fire, and no injuries were reported, other than the $40,000 in ribeyes. I mean, I can't.
It smelled good out there.
Right?
Shut up.
All of those cows that gave their life, and then I bet you that stuff was way well done and nobody was going to eat a well done steak, right?
I'll eat it.
Yeah, right. I'm like, here we go. Pre-cooked steaks. Let's take them to the homeless shelter or just start handing them out to people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're right, Scotty. Free ribeyes for everyone. That's the thing. They just didn't pull them off the fire quick enough. Shit, hurry up. Let's eat, boys. This some bitch is going to burn regardless. We might as well eat first.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I was really sad about that. Ribeye is actually my husband's favorite cut of steak. So he was very disappointed when he read that it was a total waste. And he's like, I'm thinking championship eating contest right there. Who can eat as many burnt steaks as they can?
It's so hard to say goodbye. Yeah.
Right.
It's a cover.
I don't know. Ribeyes don't have eyes, for fuck's sake. Timmy, shh. You just shush. I just was very sad about that. I mean, can you imagine all of those ribeyes that were destined to feed someone at a barbecue or to just, maybe that person who just wanted a good steak and now they're not going to get it. It's very sad. And $40,000.
The price of meat's going to go up now.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's just very sad.
They'll use it as an excuse.
But I have good news because there is An alternate way for you to have meat, if you're gangster enough, apparently.
Oh
So
shit!
there is a chef who is creating a new menu item for his pub. The only problem is that you might not like his choice of meat because he is a cannibal obsessed chef who drew up a twisted kill list to torture, murder, and eat his victims. Are you ready for this
Oh.
one?
Yeah, let's do it. It sounds
Nope.
pretty cool so far.
No.
Hey, you don't know. It could be a good ribeye. I'm just saying. Jacob Power, 22, was found guilty of multiple burglaries and criminal damage to a Hampstead, Marshall, Berkshire, after the baklava-clad thug was caught prowling around a former pub with a rucksack filled with weapons. Detectives who searched his home were met with a disturbing scene, discovering a kill list, weapons, torture equipment, and graves he had dug in the woodland behind his house. I mean, this guy was prepared, okay? He had a list of terrifying notes revealing how he was obsessed with serial killers and wanted to dismember his victims' bodies, lay their body parts out, and maybe have a cheap little fry up. Hey, free meat is just like hunting. He was referred to a mental health service. Seriously? I don't think that he's mental. He's pretty on point, don't we think?
Well, I mean, it
First
ain't
of all,
like he's out there digging
22.
folks up and eating them.
Oh
Are we,
God.
are we talking meat, Fleet Street meat pies?
I wonder if you could still
Right.
eat somebody after they've been embalmed. Probably not.
It's
Right,
the problem
these
with
vegan
society.
ribs made from the best vegans in the area. So.
I say the problem with society is that we don't drink from the skulls of our enemies anymore. I mean, that's
That's
all
right.
I'm trying to do.
Drink to
It's
that.
intimidating.
But I wonder what the correct cooking temperature of people would be to make embalming fluids safe for, eating, so to speak.
I don't think that he planned on embalming anybody. I think he was just going to kill them and fillet them. Well,
And I'm
torture, kill, fillet.
And I'm almost positive the FDA does have that answer somewhere deep in their archives.
I don't think I don't see the point in torture them. You're not gonna taste the fear. I mean, you can't taste racism. If I went into a restaurant and somebody hatefully made my food, it's not gonna make a difference to me or not. So I don't think you're gonna be able to taste fear. If anything, it'll make it more stringy because their muscles will be tense. Just turn them upside down and drain them and go on about your merry way.
And then you just salt them to tenderize the meat. So let's
At
play a
least they're
game.
a vegetarian diet.
Let's
Soak
play
'em
a
in
game
beer.
of Let's play a game of Would You Rather. Okay.
All right.
Would you rather be in a restaurant where somebody spit in your food, or would you rather have a surprise cannibal meal?
Definitely cannibal meal.
Clop.
Let's weigh the options here.
And I want to hear the answers. In the
I guess I would have to pretend it's probably somebody that crossed me who ultimately deserved it. I don't know. I'm just sick that way. Do you mind if I circle back real quick to that first thing you were talking about, Beaver?
Sure.
Because apparently there's another piece to that sort of an interesting side deal to that 40,000 pounds of burning ribeye steak. Apparently, one of the firefighters on the scene, according to the New York Post, this was the first blaze for a rookie firefighter who's also vegan.
Shut up. You cannot do that.
Let's see if I can. Let me see. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. No, okay.
That's awesome.
He probably started that fire, motherfucker.
Where's that?
Yeah, most definitely cannibal meat. You can't do large amounts of human. It's actually human flesh. It's actually toxic to you.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
So.
That's That's the best. Okay,
That's
so
why I was laughing so hysterically when you started talking about that, because I thought maybe you're going to bring up that point that it was a vegan firefighter's first blaze right there. He's putting out 40,000 pounds. Meat is murder. Meat is murder.
Right.
save the meat. Save the meat.
I mean, so a good cut of human wouldn't be bad, but it's not something you want to eat all the time. It'll make you sick.
I was just going to ask SoCal if she would rather have somebody spit in her food or eat cannibal meal, and she just left. I don't know what happened to her.
Okay, I said, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Right? I actually do know this, Timmy, but I'm just saying it would instill fear in somebody if I was drinking from their skull. So, well, they'd be dead, but everybody else around them would know that I am not one to be fucked with. Timmy, spit in your food or cannibal meal?
You know, what would instill more fear though, like drinking from the skull or fornicating with the head?
Oh God, that's Timmy. Timmy would do that. At least my eyeballs. I would rather have somebody spit in my food than to actually eat a human being. I'm sorry.
Remember, folks, it's not wrong if she's still warm.
Oh my God.
Heating blankets go a long way.
Okay. I don't see her. I thought she would text me, but she didn't. So we're going to move on. Where do we want to go? So, well, we were just talking about fire departments. So let's go here. I have something that, you're a parent, Robert. And we also have Klopp. You don't got kids, right?
One that I know of.
Okay. All right. So let's just say you're out at the playground, just want to have some fun with your kids. And then, well, somebody's calling the fire department. And why do you think that is? Because Dad tried to go down the plastic slide and got stuck.
Oh, I seen this.
Emergency responders were called to an elementary school Sunday for a confined space rescue involving a 40-year-old man that got stuck. God dang freaking pop-ups. Like literally already in the article reading it, and I still get a pop-up. It's so stupid. 40-year-old man got stuck in a playground tube slide. Upon arrival at Northeast Elementary School, his first responders found the man wedged feet and head first. Wait, how can you be feet and head first? What the hell were you doing?
Bent over, baby.
Oh, there she is. She's back.
Shit.
Before I go any further, I need to know, are you eating the vegan food or are you
cannibal?
Are the cannibal food or are you getting food with somebody spitting in it?
No, this bitch is starving. I ain't doing any of that. How about that? I'm just going to go hungry.
You have to pick one.
You got to
Then
pick
I'll
one.
take the
Would
spit.
you rather?
That's what I said.
That's disgusting. Y'all are fucking sick.
You're just hoping you get the pussy. Anyway, one group deployed tools for the extraction, while another used its aerial ladder to stabilize the section of the slide being removed. The rescue took about 30 minutes. And there is a picture, which I am going to share with you right now. Right now. Until tomorrow. There he is, getting pulled out of that damn slide. My kid would be banned from the playground forever.
What happened with this? I'm sorry, because I dropped out. My computer blew up.
Sorry, it's a 40-year-old man got stuck in one of those slides like that have like the bend in them at a playground.
Like a tube slide, but head and feet first.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How did you get feet and head first? Like,
please help me. I'm bent.
Give yourself a blowjob in the middle there? Did you think that tube was just gonna like keep you down there? I don't know.
That's stupid anyway to do as a human in general, because after 30 you start cramping everywhere. Could you imagine being stuck in that motherfucker and getting like a side cramp? Oh,
not
my
only
God.
that, but they had to provide oxygen to the man because he was in extreme discomfort. One, because he was bent and fucking two. And two, because there
Right.
were extremely hot temperatures on that day. Ventilation had to be set up to help cool the space where he was trapped.
That's probably not the first time he's been bent in two. If he's dumb enough to go down a slide like that.
Shut up. Oh God, you're doing it, man. You're doing it. I can't. Don't do it to me. Okay, Professor OnlyFans, can you show us how? Come on.
Not
I feel
head
like
and
that's the
feet
challenge.
first. I mean,
Scotty
of course
just
I can get my fat ass stuck in a slide. I mean, that's going to be relatively easy, but not head and feet first. I'm not that bendable. And I couldn't breathe if I got stuck. I would die. I would suffocate my lungs against my own fat and die. Okay.
Mhm. See, if I was, I couldn't bend like that because my boobs would be like the cushion that would keep me from bending. So
I don't think your boobs would have let you go down that slide to start with.
What were you saying, Klopp?
Should have just stuck to those metal fins that used to just tan our carcasses back in the 80s, you know?
Right. You remember when those
yeah.
things got hot? Oh my God.
Those things tanned our asses worse than the discipline we got.
60 miles an hour straight down and metal. I mean,
oh my God.
We used to be
with the little like they had the screws and bolts in there, so you hit those
rivets
on the
and
way
shit.
down. And
Yeah.
if it was a hot day, you literally were burning as you were going down, getting hit by the bolts. Oh my God.
Yeah, but you know what was worse from that same era is cars with vinyl seats. Man, getting in them with shorts on, them son of a bitches that have you back there dancing like the Soul Train.
We have
Yeah.
vinyl seats well, they're fake leather, so that's basically vinyl in our truck. And when I go away and I'm wearing shorts, I make sure to take a towel or something with to set down on that seat because I made the mistake one time of getting in that thing and sitting down. I'm like, holy shit, burn my ass. Right back in that towel.
That's why I don't buy I only buy cars that have, and people like leather and stuff. I buy cars with cloth. I can't do it. I will. Oh man, it only takes one or two times, and then you realize, yeah, this. Mm-mm.
Well, I have to say though, I do like the faux leather just because of the dogs. It's easier to just clean the hair out instead of trying to like scrape it off the cloth seats. But
Beaver, my girlfriend who has dogs, and one is a white lab, so it sheds like crazy, has like almost it's almost like a sling that she puts in the back seat. And so she lets them sit in there. It's very comfortable, but it covers the whole thing. Then she could just take it out and throw it in the wash.
Yeah, I know. I've seen those.
The only upside to vinyl seats is you don't get sex stains in the back seat.
Oh.
I mean, that's the only
And how long
upside
has
to
it been
vinyl.
since you've been in a back seat, Robert? Seriously, when's the last time you did it in a back seat?
It's been a couple of years, but
after a while, we just don't go in the back seat anymore because we're old, we're curmudgeon-y, we can break things, and it's uncomfortable because we might have a little bit of weight on us now, and so it's not so easy to do it in the back seat anymore.
every car I get, I have sex in. It's a rule. That's just what we do.
It's called breaking it in. I understand that.
Oh, if you ever bought a car from me, just know somebody got fucked in there.
Oh God! I'm never buying a car from you.
At some point, there was sex in that car. Speaking
That's
of,
right.
If you forgot to bring a condom, but you wanted to make sure that you were using protection because you just don't want to get anybody pregnant, what are some things that you could use as some type of protection to, keep your willy wrapped?
Ooh, a
Cheap and
sandwich
testing.
bag and a rubber band.
Ooh, that sounds painful, but okay.
Not really.
Anybody?
Why do you know this, Robert?
Because I'm sure
sometimes you gotta MacGyver some shit. I mean, you see a girl behind a dumpster. I mean, $20 is $20, and you ain't got a condom in your pocket. You got to do something.
You don't want to leave DNA behind because she's still warm, but she's anyway.
Oh,
Clock.
What would you
Cops
do?
thinking you murdered that bitch. Yeah, a Ziploc bag. That's right, Scotty Whitehouse.
She wasn't raped before she was put back there.
Clop, what would you do?
No.
Sausage casing.
That's what I said. Sheep intestines or something.
Okay.
Just not in the sheep, though. That's the important part right there. Let's make sure we get that part straight.
Do I
Jesus
take it out
Christ.
of the sheep first?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what not to use. Are you ready?
Why not?
Yeah.
Saran wrap.
What you should not use is epoxy adhesive.
My God. Who would use that? Who would use that?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my God, the back pressure.
Salman Mirza, a 25-year-old from Indian state of Gujarat, used epoxy adhesive, a strong waterproof glue used to bond metals, glass, concrete, and ceramics to seal off his penis while having sex because he forgot to use a condom. Police found CCTV footage of Mirza and his fiance entering a hotel room on June 22nd. The next day, his friend found him unconscious in a bush near the hotel and then rushed him to the hospital where he died of multiple organ failure.
You know why, Beaver? The shit shot backwards. Okay, you can't hold that stuff in. It's gonna go somewhere. Oh my God.
This motherfucker died. Okay, first of all, liquid Band-Aid, Elmer's glue would have done the same thing, and you could have peeled it right off when you was done, homie. But yeah, don't never glue the tip. Don't stick nothing in your penis. No, no pencils, no nothing like that. It's not pleasant. And you can
Okay.
seriously hurt yourself.
Let me ask you this. Would you ask him to rest in peace at this point?
Well, I wonder.
Oh,
if
he wasn't at peace. He was miserable, poor little feller. I'd have run out in front of a bus. I'd have fucking, I don't know, hung myself or something. God, dog. That hurts me just thinking about it.
No shit.
Here's the thing. He died of multiple organ failure. That's
Yeah.
what his cause of death was.
Mhm.
He was trying to use the adhesive to avoid pregnancy. Well, guess what? You ain't getting anybody pregnant now.
You stop and think about it. He can't release the toxins from his body. So all that's backing up into his system. Of course, it's going to destroy multiple organs.
And not only
Plus,
that, it's the chemicals. The chemicals are they saying is what did it?
Plus, think about it.
No.
But just think about it for a second. That I'm surprised. Excuse me, but I'm surprised his dick didn't explode. I mean,
It's got to be.
is that one of the
from-
organs that went down? I mean, it did go down, but is that one of the organs?
It's
that
got to be from like being
failed?
internal sepsis because of not being able to pee. He couldn't. I mean, unless he pumped it in there, he would have just more likely put it over the tip and glued it fucking closed. But if he couldn't pee, that's what killed him.
Well, that's one of the things that they're saying. But they did say that it was because of the chemicals in that
Epoxy stuff.
concoction. Yeah.
I don't buy
Chemical-
that. I've got it on my
accelerated-
skin. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but
I've
you
got
didn't
a-
have it on a sensitive organ.
Hold on.
It
What-
said it
what?
accelerated the deterioration of his organs.
I got another screen share deal to kind of give my opinion on that. Yeah, right there.
Charles Darwin. There we go. We got it.
Darwin's, yeah,
Right.
Darwin smiles. Yeah. that's,
I would like
Good
to
Lord.
add something else that's in the article, by the way. Health officials have warned that household items, including sandwich bags, plastic wrap, aluminum foil, and balloons, should never be used as condoms because they can cause infections and microscopic tears on the body.
if you're getting infections from balloons, what are the people making them doing?
Exactly.
Right.
Now, this is not the first time that someone thought about using glue on someone's genitals. Would you like to hear the next story?
Oh, good God. I don't know if I
Sure.
can take it.
Or,
I'm glad
you
I'm
know,
here tonight.
we got that other story about genitals too.
I know. We're going to get to that one next. In 2017, a chiropractor named Dan Dopps, Dopps, invented feminine adhesive lipstick to shut off a woman's vagina during their periods in order to prevent leaks. It sparked widespread outrage, not just for the ridiculous idea of sealing a woman's labias, but also for a dubious claim that the glue could be washed off by urine, not by menstrual blood.
If she mess up, you gotta glue her shut. Yep.
Interesting.
That was
How
a
would anybody do that? Like, why would you do that?
I would have had the same thing that happened to the guys that glued his pee-pee. I would have had that same effect because my menstrual flows were very strong. So I would have like backed up and probably shot shit back and had internal organ failure.
I just think he would have rather dealt with a kid than death, but I mean, who knows?
Good Lord.
But I guess,
Right.
but I guess now, the guy knows what it's like to be coming and going. So yeah.
Right? Exactly.
But there's a better way to do that, you know. There's a better way to come when you're going, and it ain't that.
I know few people that I need to glue it shut too. I understand.
Let me guess. The vast majority of his exes.
Basically.
I
And
mean,
some-
can you really say that though, sir? Can you really make that statement? Come on now.
I'm going to talk about, I would say some of the people I see doing their EBT hauls with like 8 kids, and I'm like, maybe you should stop having kids. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Wouldn't
Rob
recommend glue.
would not recommend glue. Don't recommend glue. Hey, Robert has a story about genitals that he'd like to share with everybody. And no, we're not going to see his genitals. I'm going to just pre-close that.
Woo!
But if you would like to stick around after the show,
Or buy one of his other cars, and then you can maybe sniff some of his genitals. I'm sure.
you can always sniff the back seat.
Yeah, I got to pass. I got to go to bed. I got a 3,000 ejaculation testicle rotation I got to do tomorrow. So.
Right. So in Thailand, this feller, we're going to call him in the interest of me destroying his name, Ting Tang. So
Ting Tang.
Ting Tang was
Walla
bitten
Walla
on the testicles by a 12-foot python. He described feeling intense pain as soon as he sat down on the toilet and discovered a snake when he reached into the toilet. According to Mail Online, Ting Tang said, I felt something biting my balls and it was very painful. So I put my hands in the toilet to see what was wrong. I was shocked that I grabbed a snake.
Holy crap.
Then he picked up a toothbrush and began to viciously beating the snake until
With
it
a
died.
toothbrush?
Oh, wait. Stupid reading comprehension disability. It was a toilet brush. See, I told you I would add shit that wasn't there.
Okay. All right. Well, I forgive you. Just don't let it happen.
Either way, you could turn it and like poke that fucker in the head till it died. I mean, but a 12-foot python coming through your pipes. That's not something you see every day. But they actually did have that happen here a while back in Florida, but I don't think it was 12 foot. I think it was like a 4 foot.
Still.
But just think, he did clean your pipes for you, but he's probably full of shit. I'm just saying.
Listen, if a 12-foot python bit me on the nuts when I sat down on the toilet, he would have been covered in shit one way or the other. It didn't matter, you know. Woo, buddy.
Oh, gosh, I agree with that. I would I was like, everybody's gonna be checking their toilets tonight before they sit down. I'm telling you that after that story.
Right?
And
Fuck snakes on a plane when you got snakes in a toilet.
So I'm going to tell you, I do another podcast.
No, you don't.
It's more of a, it's not like this. It's very in like, happy stories or serious stories or whatever.
30 minutes of beaver crying.
Fuck off. Anyway.
That.
So,
Don't make fun of Beaver.
I did a 3-part series where I interviewed a nun who did, what's that thing where they go to other countries and they do whatever?
Missionary work.
Missionary work. Thank you very much.
Dog style, reverse cowgirl work.
She has had such an interesting life. I mean, she's been to parts of the world that like nobody's really set foot into, and been, she's had to eat things that the tribe gives her because it's rude not to eat it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not eating that. I don't care how rude it sounds. I'm just not doing it. I can't do it. But she had a story on that show about how she sat down. She was in this like remote village somewhere in Africa. And, you had to have the big mosquito nets and stuff on because not only were there mosquitoes, but there were like huge tarantulas and all kinds of stuff that would be on this net every day. And so she got up in the middle of the night. She got her little flashlight. She goes into the bathroom and she's sitting there. And all of a sudden, this huge snake just like drops down in front of her. And it's like, what do you do? She's like, I grabbed it and threw it. I'm like, no. But that reminded me of that. The only meat the priest ate on Friday was none.
Ew, ew, ew.
No.
It was still fish. It still counted.
All right. We're going to go on to some depravity with Rob.
Oh, God.
That is disgusting.
You are one sick puppy.
It is now time for Robert's Urban Dictionary of the Week.
And yes, it is once again that time of the week. And tonight's Urban Dictionary is Cosby sweater.
Oh, no. Because he always wore fun sweaters. He always wore like plaid or crazy colors.
Always wore the crazy colors.
Right. Okay.
So I have a question. Do we get to guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, is this when you dress like Bill Cosby and get a fudge popple stick and then you just like douse the fudge popsicle with some type of drug and like make somebody pass out and rape them?
No, but I like the way you
Beaver.
think. Would you like to give me a popsicle? Anyway.
There you go.
Anybody else want to take a stab at it, so to speak?
Okay. Cosby sweater. So we're talking. We're talking roofie somewhere here.
No,
in the Jello, in the Jello, Clop, in the Jello.
Y'all are putting it. Yeah. Y'all ain't never gonna get this because y'all are stuck on the whole roofie thing. So I'm not gonna say it's a sexual act because it's really not here. But anyway, they call it an act of eating Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Trix, Boo Berries, or any other bright, colorful breakfast cereals, and then vomited it onto the chest of your partner. The result should look similar to the incredible sweaters that Bill Cosby wore during his highly successful 1980s TV series, The Cosby Show.
See, I knew it had to do with colorful, but I'm sorry. I don't want your vomit on my chest just to make pretty colors. We can do paint. We could do finger paints. I'm down. We don't need to be disgusting.
I got to update my Tinder real quick. If you bear with me.
Are you checking for the Cosby sweater?
Yeah, he's adding that he's into that. First of all, yes, exactly, Scotty. Robert, I think I'm going to have to start, I don't know, knowing what these are before you present them. Although I've given you some pretty bad ones. So.
Oh, by the way, in case nobody gives a shit, I got a vape right here that tastes like Fruity Pebbles and stuff like that. So,
does it smell like it's been thrown up on somebody's chest? No. Okay.
No.
It's pretty gross, Scotty. That's for sure. But so is cheeseburgers at the end of the day.
Wait. So are
It-
cheeseburgers?
Don't you start that shit.
Is this somebody that you know?
Yeah, it's one of my brothers.
Okay.
So,
So
let's move
why
on.
pink? Is it because he's gay? Is that why he likes the pink dildos? I'm trying to figure it out. We'll
Can
wait.
I tell that story?
I don't
Just just about the rally part.
Go ahead.
Well, let's continue to something else. Scotty, you answer that for me. Okay. So we were at the rally, and I'm still a prospect at this time. And they told me to get on my bike and make a lap around the rally because that's what everybody does. And I was reluctant. I really didn't care to, but they were real adamant that I do it. And then I go to get on my bike, and there's a pink dildo stuck to the front of my bike. And they made me ride around the rally. It was funnier than shit. I mean,
Interesting.
I thought it was hilarious.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're moving on to tonight's show title. What did I call it? I don't remember. Something Biohazard. Flying
Yes.
Biohazard, I think, right?
Yeah.
Biohazard. Yep, Flying Biohazard. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm a scared always.
All right. Well,
Join the show. Bring it
we're
on.
going to just go into this. So this is according to the Daily Mail. A United Airlines flight was canceled after a female passenger suffered an explosive bout of diarrhea and vomiting that destroyed the aircraft's tiny bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Is she looking sexy to you guys? Writer and actor Megan Reinerson freely admitted she was to blame for the midair disaster, revealing that she spent an hour and a half locked inside the lavatory during a flight from Newark to Indianapolis. Reinerson said the nightmare began moments before boarding after her connecting flight home from Portugal, when she suddenly felt the first waves of what she later discovered was severe food poisoning. Something is brewing, something is happening that I'm not prepared to deal with, she recalled on TikTok, that has racked up nearly 20 million views. Despite her fears, she took the seat and hoped for the best, but within 30 minutes, she was drenched in sweat, crying, and doubled over in pain. Fearing she'd end up with the infamous Delta passenger who soiled herself mid-flight, Reiserson made it to the bathroom just in time. For the next 20 minutes, I had more diarrhea than any human should ever have in their life, adding that she soon started vomiting as well. So, do we need to answer the question, is she hot?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screen share.
I'm doing it right now. Goddamn pop up. There she is. Isn't she cute?
She is cute.
Adorable.
Yeah.
There's her other pictures.
Oh shit.
She is cute.
Pretty cute.
Ride me, cowgirl.
Right. I knew you would like
Let
that.
her give you a hot Carl.
Come on, cowgirl, take me away.
So you're not kicking her out of the airplane for the biohazard incident, right?
Absolutely. Fucking not.
Absolutely not. So we're I don't know about that one. I would be absolutely mortified, but it is what it is. But we are going to move on to this lovely lady who I just thought we would share. I might cut through the video because it's over 2 minutes long. But what would you do if you went to get your chicken at KFC?
Oh God. I saw this one. Yep.
Excuse me, what?
Can you turn around and go back, please?
Sorry?
Can you turn around and go back, please?
What do you mean?
Because this is chicken murder.
Chicken
And
murder?
I'm yes.
Look, I'm just trying to get some food.
No, that's not food. That's
That's
dead
KFC, look.
carcasses.
Dead carcasses. No, it's not. It's fried chicken.
It's dead carcasses.
I don't even know what that means.
It means it's murder. You're funding murder right now.
I don't know about you, but murder tastes good. And at least it's not cannibalism.
Funding murder. I'm
Right?
my hunger.
I tell her if she don't get the fuck away from me, I'm about to be committing
What are you
murder.
doing?
I'm reporting you to the Vegan Society.
Oh my God. The Vegan Society, please make it stop. Now I'm scared. I am so scared right now. What's going on in the chat? What do you
Clop
guys
has
think?
his hand raised.
All right, what's up, Clop?
Okay. PETA, PETA, except I had some letters. I had the uppercase P, lowercase e, uppercase T, uppercase A, lowercase R, D, S. D, 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 D. Yeah. Basically, those people are about on par with the Just Stop Oil dipshits.
Well, I'm just, I mean, I can't believe that she wants to report people to PETA. I mean, come on. PETA, of all things. I mean, this thing
Yeah,
goes on.
people eat tasty animals. PETA.
I know.
Ain't that what that stands
Chicken
for?
fried dogs, isn't it?
Thank goodness, but Gertrude was like a dog.
Okay.
So you think about
Look,
those
Stu even
chickens.
has a bloody chicken.
I had chicken.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not. Well, I think that you need to go home and count your chickens whilst I go order my food.
No, because look, it's murder.
It's
This
not
is-
murder.
Imagine if these were dogs. What's the difference?
Look, there's literally another car right behind me right now. Yeah.
What is the difference?
I'm gonna go order my food. Okay.
I cut some of it out because, like, hello, what the hell? I mean,
We should.
Go ahead.
Sort off, you daft cunt. Sort off. Bugger off,
We
you
should-
daft big.
We should make a PETA shirt. People eating tasty ass.
Dude, there's like probably 100,000 people on Amazon that sell that exact same shirt, dude. You will not be hard pressed
Really?
to find.
Well, I'm gonna go buy one.
Yes. Buy two, buy one for the holidays,
That's right. I'm gonna give them out for Christmas.
So here's the problem. If somebody's cock blocking me from my food and I'm hungry and they want to talk about this, like Robert said at the beginning, I'm going to run you over. Get out my way. I'm hungry, I'm hormonal, and I'm hot, and I need food.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me.
First of all,
You don't come up to
plants have-
somebody like that anyway.
First of all, she would have walked up to me. I would have been like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I wouldn't have recorded it, and she would have stood in front of my vehicle. I would have been just like pushing her up, and I'd be like, "She's paying for my food. Just charge her." Not kidding.
I hate
I'd
It's
have
the
felt trapped in the closet, and you know what happens after that? I pull out my gun. You ever
First of
watched
all-
the video?
Yeah, you never keep a fat girl from her food. Sorry, you just don't.
right.
You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't piss in the wind, and
Never
what
keep
you
food
said.
from a fat chick. Right. You just
Right.
don't. So
I'm not
I would
saying
be
that.
like, "Where's that chef? This bitch needs to be one of your victims. Like, just cook her up cannibal style. Something needs to happen." What the hell? I would never say to someone who's vegan, "You have to eat meat," because that's their choice. It's their choice on what they want to put into their bodies, and that's fine. But don't come to me and say that I shouldn't be ordering chicken because it's murder. It's tasty murder, motherfucker. I'm eating that shit.
Not
So
only
this
that,
goes.
but not only
Go ahead,
that, but the things that are under the ground could potentially, like little ground bugs and varmints and stuff like that.
Chickens are good. Chicken too tasty, man. Chicken's too tasty. I love chicken. It's like my favorite
But-
thing.
But I think that this goes across many, many things. If you think about it, I mean, there's people who are religious, and then there's people who get up in your face religious, right?
Yeah.
And the vegans, it goes across it. Politicians, yeah, up in your face politician. I mean, it's across the board. I've always said that you can have your beliefs, and I will respect. Oh, it's like the jab, right? You must have it. No, you must not. It goes all around. It's like you should never be violated by somebody else's thoughts. You can have your thoughts. I'll respect you, but respect me. Get the hell out of my way. That's rude. That's just
Especially when
rude.
I'm hungry, bitch. I want my
We
food.
should have a national holiday to throw eggs at vegans.
Or cheese.
I should be like grab a vegan and take him to a butcher shop.
Yeah, I ain't wasting no
right.
cheese on a vegan. Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's like that. What was that?
Processing the vegan though.
There was something a trend where you would throw a piece of cheese at your dog, a whole slice of cheese at like your kid's face or your dog's face, and I'm like, that's just retarded.
That's a waste of
It's
cheese.
a waste of cheese, and this fat girl doesn't waste cheese, but still, it's stupid.
Neither do I. Yeah.
It's stupid. So here is actually a more serious topic. And I'm actually, it didn't happen in America. It happened in Canada. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt and realize that you're glad that you're in a country that is a little bit more free when it comes to stuff. But I'm going to tell you what happened to this guy because I am on the guy's side, the guy that was sleeping in his bed, minding his own business, having a wet dream when some asshole broke into his house. So this guy breaks into the house and, guy's sleeping. Guy realizes somebody's in the house. Guy grabs his gun. Guy shoots intruder. And Canada arrests the homeowner saying that criminals have rights.
Well, that was his fault because he called the police afterwards. If there's no body, there's just a missing person. I'm never calling the cops. It's that fucking simple.
That's why we don't call 911.
And if you're dumb enough to come in my house, I've said this many times, you can't get out. You can walk right in my front door, but you're not getting out once you close it without the code. So good luck.
So I actually have. I'm sorry, Clock, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
It's Canada, so that's really not surprising at all.
So when I was in college, I actually had this argument, and this was way before I got into law for real. I was getting a business degree, and I took law management or a law management class. Anyway, I remember having this conversation with the teacher, and I just couldn't believe it. So he was saying, if a guy comes into your house and takes your TV and he's walking out of your house, you can't shoot him. And I'm like, wait a minute, but he walked into my house and took my TV. Why can't I shoot him? He's on my property. He's taking my property. And he said, because he's not doing deadly force against you. So you can't have deadly force against him. You can't even hit him with a crowbar. You can't do any kind of deadly force because he's not threatening you. Yeah. So I sat there and I was so appalled. This was back in the 90s, not aging myself, but this was in the 90s. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's crazy. Don't we have a right to protect our property? And that's where so it's in the United States too, people. If somebody comes in and messes with your day, but they do not have a weapon. So that's when some other people in my class are like, I just put my gun or a gun with him, or I'd call the police and say he had a crowbar or a gun and was threatening me, and then I'd shoot him. So that's what happened. But I mean, that's a United States thing too. It's not a Canadian thing.
It depends on local and state law. So there is differences in state laws. And if you are a gun owner, you need to know those laws. I have the right to defend my property. We do have a stand your ground law. So I don't have to. If you're in my house, you're trespassing, I can just say I feared for my life. And that's it. Now,
that's true.
I can't shoot them in the back because if they're shot in the back, it means that they were retreating. And that means there was no reason to shoot them. But so you got to make sure they turn around and look at you before you shoot.
Oh.
And in SoCal's place, that's what I was going to say. You fire a warning shot. When he turns around, you put 2 in his chest. And then you call the cops.
And it's easy for dipshits like that to say shit like that, because I'm guessing that this douchebag that you dealt with was this person part of some kind of a gated community, Some kind of
It doesn't
well-to-do,
say.
upstanding golf course, stone's throw away,
It
what
was
have
an
you?
apartment. It
Was
was an
that?
apartment because it says that it was 3:20 a.m. when somebody who was already wanted by the police
No, no,
broke
no, no,
into his
no, no, no,
apartment.
no, no.
Oh, this
Talking about the person that SoCal was dealing with.
Oh, the person in
Oh,
SoCal.
he was a lawyer. He was a
Okay,
lawyer.
Yeah.
right, because a lot of these upscale, well-to-do, nose in the air, Pleasant Valley Sunday, whatever the hell, they prattle on about how we don't need a border or whatever, but then these people live in gated communities with the walls and what have you. They don't have to worry about stuff like that. They don't have to worry about dregs of society, no matter what race, basically coming in their house and taking their shit, right?
Mhm.
Well,
I mean, you
They
got to
don't
think about it.
live
He was
by
also
that.
a professor, college professor, and a lawyer. So, I mean, I don't know if he's in a gated community. However,
Professor,
after he
yeah,
said,
chances are more likely the professor is in a
I
gated
mean,
community.
kind of made a little bit of sense to me, even though it didn't make sense to me. But we all came up with solutions around it. Kind of like what Beaver was saying. I feared for my life. If you say you feared for your life, but they better have a weapon somewhere near them. Because if the cops come out and they look and they see there's no weapon around him, he just has your TV. Although
well,
a
a
TV could
TV
be
is
a
a
weapon
blunt
as well.
object.
Maybe it's TV.
It could be
A
a weapon as
TV is a
well.
blunt object.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I don't know.
Well, here's
It's
the
crazy.
thing, Klopp. I understand where you're coming from completely, but at the same time, I want that guy as my defense attorney.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's the motherfucker you want because he knows that shit. That's
Mhm.
what he does.
Well, speaking of defense attorneys, I have another kind of serious article. This is out of Australia, so another weirdo state, country, I should say.
That's my brothers from down under.
But wait till you hear this because this is serious. And I mean, really serious. A senior lawyer in Australia had to apologize to a judge for filing submissions in a murder case that included fake quotes and non existent case judgments that were generated by artificial intelligence. The blunder in the Supreme Court of Victoria's state is another in the litany of mishaps by AI that has been caused in the justice system around the world. Defense lawyer Rishi Nathwani, who holds
Nailed
the
it.
yeah, right,
Yeah,
who holds the prestigious title of King's Counsel, took full responsibility for filing incorrect information in submissions in the case of a teenager charged with murder, according to the court documents. We are deeply sorry and embarrassed for what occurred, he told the Justice James Elliott on behalf of his defense team. The AI generated errors caused a 24-hour delay in resolving the case of Elliott, who had hoped to conclude on Wednesday, but Elliott ruled on Thursday that Nathwani's client, who cannot be identified because he is a minor, was not guilty because of a mental impairment. At the risk of an understatement, the manner in which these events have unfolded is unsatisfactory. Do you think? I'm sorry, but I think we are starting. I mean, I get it. People rely on AI for different things, but maybe when you're, I don't know, filing a judgment, we're not using AI to do stuff for us. You need to be using, I mean, lawyers did this before without AI, and you
Mhm.
really hold. I mean, are we not fact checking shit before we're submitting it to a court now? Like, what the hell? What do you
No,
guys?
it's a big thing. I'm going to tell you just because I'm in law right now, and I'm going to tell you it is a big thing, and they put a lot of restrictions on that. You can't just do AI and do briefs and do things anymore. They there's ethical rules now. Not everybody uses them, of course, but yes, this was a problem when AI first started coming out, and of course, you have to be ethical. Though it all comes down to that, Beaver. You got to be ethical.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people. I mean, we had to sign an AI ethics pledge at work that if we're using it, we are not allowed to. We have to make sure it's correct. And I'm like, I'm not even going to use AI then. I'm just going to just try to find the information. And
I don't either. Yeah.
they use AI on our phone calls, so they can tell because we have like a graph chart with everybody's name on it, and if what status your phone is in, like on a contact, on break, on after call, like whatever. And if that turns red, it means that the caller is irate or annoyed or something like that. And I actually had one that turned red, and they started listening to the call. I didn't know it was red because I'm in the middle of the call, so I'm not like checking the report or anything. But yeah, it now will notify them if there is an irate customer on the phone, so that the managers can go in and listen.
What are your guys' opinions? I'm sorry.
On AI?
Well, this
And the law.
story or overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's good and bad to it. I think, certain areas it'll really help, like the video game industry. Hopefully, it'll create new ideas for the movie industry so we don't get to keep having to watch the same shit, just different people. But at the same time, I think trying to rush it into robots and all this shit, considering we don't know enough about the technology, I think can be extremely dangerous. I mean, they've already got robots like dancing in the street and doing different things. So it's not far off before we're looking at like iRobot amount of everybody having one.
I watched this documentary. It was set in like 1985 or 86 or something. It was called Terminator. And that's why AI scares me. No,
right.
But actually, when you spoke about robots, I actually was going to save this for next week, but I'm going to bring it out this week because I want to know what you think about this.
Hold on.
Wait, we got to hear what Claude has to say.
What do you think of AI?
I mean, it's going to have its usefulness and not. As you guys probably know, I've been an independent movie actor for about the last dozen years. And the guy that I've been working with, about 99% of it, he was kind of delving a little bit into into AI, because actually, with the shenanigans and the bullshit that's come from Hollywood from the last 30, I mean, even to 100, even the last 100 years. I was having a discussion with somebody on Discord just a couple of days ago about this. It's like, with all the bullshit with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, Harvey Weinstein was just part of the problem. 100 years of basically chewing up these actresses and spitting them out, and all the depravity and what have you from Hollywood since that time. And it's like, okay, you evil fucks right here have been pulling all this shit. And you're afraid of AI because people are going to generate a lot more original ideas. Okay, because basically you guys are just reboots and sequels and what have you. Basically, my theory is that with these entertainment companies, my joke theory is that they put this intern in a room with a bunch of VHS and DVD covers just wallpapered all over the place. They put a blindfold on the person, give them a dart, tell them to spin around for about 10 seconds, throw the dart, and whatever sticks to, that's what gets made. Leonard Part 6. Oh shit, is this going to be good?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. It's ridiculous at the rate that they're doing this. I mean, there is no creativity, kind of like in music. They're selling the same shit down your throat. All the songs are the same, and they're just mass producing it. They're forcing you to like it.
Yeah,
and you can produce your own shit. I mean, you can just say, "Hey, I want to listen." And this could be, and this is kind of my inner hipster talking, but you can have something that you can call your own.
Right.
I mean, there's something. It was your idea. AI manifested it. So Little
I
selfish.
I think
I
I
know
think
that
AI is a good aid, but I don't think it should be the main thing. It shouldn't be the main show. It's a good aid to help you with thought processes or whatever. I'm sorry, Beaver. I know I interrupted you.
Don't find that balance.
But I think it should be just that, just an aid, like you said, to get ideas or whatever. That's great. Let's do that. But use it as an aid, not as an all B and B. Sorry, Beaver. Go ahead. My
no,
my
that's okay.
apologies.
I was going to say, like, when you were talking about the movie industry and stuff, and even music, I know Robert hates him, but Oliver Anthony, it was 2 years ago that he kind of went viral.
Fucking God.
I love that song. I don't care what you say. I love that song. Rich Man North of Richmond. But anyway, he refused to sign with the label. And I remember years ago, it was like in the late 90s, early 2000s, possibly. And I don't remember which country artist it was, but they were talking about the how they handle the artistic aspect of creating songs. And he's like, yeah, they basically throw you in a room and they make you sit down with a bunch of people and you have to come up with a song. Like that's basically it. You at least need to get the lyrics on paper and stuff. And I'm like, that's not how the best songs are written. It's not forced or coerced. It's you
Right.
up with that.
Natural.
It's something part of your soul.
Yeah.
Just get the room high as hell.
And like I said, it went mass produced.
Yeah, it went way mass produced. But you guys started talking about robots, and I just remember reading a story the other day, and this really bothers me. But there was a man, I think it was in Japan. I got to go back and get the article up. It's China, where they are designing a robot with an artificial wound that will give nutrients to a baby, so you can have this robot carry your baby. And that's really yes. They are
Get
coming
out of here.
and I'm thinking the whole time a child is in your womb, they are hearing your voice. They are connecting with mom. You know, when you're holding that baby in your body, you can feel its movements and you know this is how the mom and the baby connect. And now they are doing this baby robot because they're saying that, you know, doing if you have a human carry your child, it could cost a lot of money. Sometimes in the United States, it's like $100,000 to $200,000. Where
And
with
then
the
they decide to keep it.
well, they have to sign a contract, and I think that they can't because
Not
it's theirs.
surrogates, but adoption. They can do that,
Adoption
Robert.
is different, yeah.
Yeah.
But the this artificial womb technology they're saying it's already at a mature stage, and I'm just like, this is like one of those like Rule 5 violations. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, in my opinion, because there is a reason that only women can carry that child. It is a creation the way God made it. And there is a reason that there is usually a very close and strong connection between a child and its mother. And it's because he develops and grows, and that's all within mom. And you're going to take that aspect away. And I feel like it's another way to pull apart the family. I don't know if that's me. Go ahead.
They need to stop this immediately because this is Hitler's master race type bullshit here, because they're going to start trying to alter genes and take these out. So, you know, you have a perfectly healthy child.
But they're already doing
there will be nothing even genetically wrong with this kid ever.
You can actually do it now if you have money, though. You can take your sperm and someone else's eggs, and they can test them for all different kinds of diseases and somehow genetically alter the code to only have a healthy child.
And I understand that's already available. But if you start being able to mass produce children, which is what they're looking at being able to do, I mean, you can legitimately create a master race and just train them to be whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Plop has something to say, I feel like.
Aldous Huxley rolls in his grave. This is Brave New World to a fucking T. If you've read 1984,
I
which I
did.
have several times. Basically, Brave New World, same dystopian concept, but not as doom and gloom as 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
shit like that is Aldous Huxley's wet dream, basically.
I have to say, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was mortified by this, because the article, of course, it's the New York Post, but they were saying about how some people were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing," and other people were just terrified. And I'm like, how are they not all terrified?
I
This is
agree.
one
How are they
step
not all
away.
terrified?
This is one step away from countries to being able to mass produce super soldiers and shit like that. I mean, seriously, it's not
Yep.
going to be that fucking hard if you can have a robot carry a baby.
Right.
But it's really sad because of what Beaver was saying. When you carry the baby, first of all, just saying, gentlemen, that we're badasses and that's why we carry them. But it is
Gentlemen.
that bond. It is that bond that we have with the child. And then when they come out, you know, they always say they recognize your voice because you're talking to them, you're feeding them through your own body, which depletes your own body of nutrition and such. That's why you have to have so many supplements and etc. But I would find that extremely sad. It almost makes me want to cry, Beaver. I almost like Robert makes fun of you, but I almost want to cry at this because
This is
that would be
almost the
extremely
start
sad.
of the Matrix.
So my question would be is that if this child's being born in the robot, what's now with natural gestation, that wouldn't there be some kind of a chemical connection of sorts between the baby and the mother that would not be there in regard to the robot? Okay,
Right.
that mother baby connection is not there.
Sexual connection.
Spiritual, chemical, biological, what have you. There's not that connection with a robot as it would be with an actual woman. Am I kind of smell what I'm laying down here?
Yeah, I think you're onto something. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
mean, at that point in time, it's going to be just like they adopted that baby.
Mhm.
right. There's right. So it's where would it be? The mother gets the child, but again, there's not that connection of the gestation. God.
Yes. No,
You know
you're
what I'm
right.
talking
The
about.
gestation
Sorry.
period. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's where it would honestly come into play, just like mothers do now. When that baby's born, the mom's going to take it straight skin to skin contact. And because it is made up of that mom's DNA and the dad, who knows? Maybe it doesn't make that big a difference.
Well,
But,
and
you know, I do fear like this is going to be something horrible. Like they're legitimately going to make people that's as strong as Eddie Hall, that's as fast as Usain Bolt, and they're going to end up making super soldiers out of this shit. You watch.
now
Well,
you
that-
can
that-
take
that may be a little extreme, but probably I mean that's probably the worst case scenario. But what they probably do at the very at least is eliminate things like Down syndrome. You know, they Down syndrome babies, probably not a lot of people would want one. Basically, you can make sure that your child does not have any gene mutations that would cause things like dwarfism, like Down syndrome, like any
autism.
other
Yeah.
any other. Well, I wouldn't say autism, but basically physical and probably and mental at least physical deformities, learning disabilities, stuff like that. Yeah, we're not. We don't want that with our kid. We're paying like 6 figures here. We want basically perfection, basically.
Well, think of what that does for human trafficking. If you can make people nobody miss.
I never.
And look, Hollywood wouldn't have to have child stars. They could probably just do away with them after they've outworn their use.
I am
just
going
make
to
their
tell
own.
you that I read an article about human trafficking that actually kind of touched on what Rob says, and I know we went like way over an hour. I don't give a shit right now.
Who cares?
But
This is good.
there was a group of people, I don't remember where it was, that were busted, and they actually were just getting pregnant and having babies and selling the babies into sex trafficking because and they were undocumented. They didn't
Making God knows how much money.
undocumented. Not like they were Mexican or anything, but or from any other country. It's
The
just that
babies were undocumented. Is what
these
you're
babies
saying.
were not born in a hospital. They actually had a birthing site in this like underground area, and they would have the babies, and the babies would just be pushed into the sex trafficking ring. And then when the woman could get pregnant again, she would get pregnant again, and they would just complete this cycle. And nobody knew that the children were missing because nobody knew the children existed.
It's
And
farming.
it's absolutely mortifying. Like, I always wonder, like, how could you hurt even an animal sometimes? It's like what I see people do to dogs or cats or any other animal, like starving them, beating them, abandoning them, all this shit. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
"But look what they're doing to humans too. Like, we
Yeah.
have really lost our way as a society, and I don't know how we get back. And then I see shit like pregnancy robots, and I'm like, there is no family anymore. Like, people don't stay together. They don't, there's
And
no
isn't that,
bond.
isn't that part of that whole Handmaid's Tale bullshit too that people keep bitching about?
Is that what? I'm sorry.
Isn't that basically that Handmaid's Tale that a lot of people are just raising
Well, the
shit
Handmaid's
about?
Tale was a little bit different because there was a radical Christian group that took over part of America, and they would take the whores, as they would call them, women who were fertile, and they would force them. Did you ever watch The Handmaid's Tale?
Sorry?
Did you ever watch The Handmaid's Tale?
No, but I have. But basically, based on the memes and everything else I've seen,
I have
kind of
watched it.
general
I
idea.
actually
But
watched it. I actually thought it was a decent show.
I heard it was good.
I
Everybody
don't
took
really watch a lot of TV, so but no, it's just basically okay. Basically, my take on it, and if I'm off track on anything, I apologize. But basically, these women are just raised to be birthing factories. So that's
It's
the simplified version of it, and that's kind of what I'm basing my deal on too. It's like basically this is exactly the same as the Handmaid's Tale as I understand it.
It's not exactly birthing factories. Okay. So what it is that these Christian women that were in this like whatever, they wanted to go back to a simpler time when there were morals and values, except that they ended up missing the whole like we're holding people against their will, we're kind of hurting them sometimes. But they took the women who they knew were fertile that were, they would call them the whores because they were having children out of wedlock and stuff. So the Christian women were infertile, or they weren't able to have kids, like, or it was the husband or something like that. So they would have the wife at the sit on the bed, and then the handmaid's tale would put her head in the lap of the woman, and then she would have to lift her dress, and the guy would stand at the end of the bed, and he would thrust into her, and that was it. But they had to do it as a ceremony with other people, with like they both had to be present, and it was this whole weird thing. But the thing is that the handmaid was supposed to get pregnant so that the Christian couple could have a baby, and that was it. And then once you
after that?
baby, then you would go on to another assignment. And if you couldn't have babies, and they realized after so long you couldn't have babies, then you would go to work somewhere where you would have to pick crops and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, can I just say one thing? The
Mhm.
only way I could find this robot pregnancy thing, if I could find a silver lining in it at all, which I don't, but if I could, it would be for the people that cannot have children. Possibly, if there's any silver lining, but I would not say that was a silver lining, but it could be.
So
because
here's my take on it.
Yeah.
As somebody who is infertile and I could never have children,
Mm-hmm.
I think that there is a reason that you are not having children. It took me a long time to come to the conclusion. I went through a very severe depression at one point because I just wondered what I ever did. Why was I not allowed? But then I realized after a while that my purpose was different on earth. My purpose wasn't to have children. My purpose was to be the best damn aunt to all of my nieces and nephews. And I have gotten them through sometimes that were rough that even their own parents don't even know about because I'm that aunt. When they turn 18, they all get the same lecture. And that is, I will always be there for you. There is nothing you could ever do that I will not love you. So don't ever be afraid to come and talk to me about anything. If you have something that happens to you, you come to me and we'll figure it out. The only way I'm going to tell your parents is if I feel that you are in danger or if it's something so highly illegal that it needs to stop. Other than that, I will help you out of any situation and I will figure it out. And I will never tell your parents because it's not my story to tell.
Right.
They all have that lecture. They all got it when they turned 18. And I'm going to tell you, I have some of my nieces and my nephews who have come to me with really dark secrets that I had to help them out of. And they've gotten through it. And they know that I'm never going to tell anybody that secret because that's how it works.
I love that, first of all. And second of all, also, you are a pet mom. You've always been a pet mom, too. So you can't discount that. You can't discount that.
That is my other thing. I realized that my purpose on this earth is not to be giving children, having children, but to rescue. And I have dedicated a lot of time over the last 20 years or more rescuing, donating, doing what I can for all these animal rescues. So just because you can't have children doesn't mean that there is a purpose that God has for you. And if it doesn't involve children, that's okay. I mean, it was my dream to have at least, I actually wanted at one time 7 kids. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I do have 7 kids technically because I have 4 dogs and 3 cats I'm caring for right now.
Hey.
So, but it took me a really, really, really long time to make my peace and to realize my purpose. And once I actually realized that, there was like this whole weight lifted off of me because I realized that I am doing now what I was meant to do.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
But the robot thing, it so disturbed me. And I was actually going to save it and talk about it maybe another time or a different show or something. But we got into the AI stuff and then I thought we got to keep going with this because I think this is a really interesting topic. And I know there's some techie people out there who think that might be a great thing. But I think we're missing the human aspect in this. And that's where I have to draw the line on this because I think there is a reason that women carry babies. And there is a reason in God's design that moms become the mama bear because they've nurtured that child. They felt that child's first kick. They pushed that child out of their body.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was trying to get at.
Thank you. Okay. So, well, there you go. Well, I connected it for you there, Clopper.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
But that's what it is. And we take that away. I mean, I don't know. Will the genetics keep the connection or is the connection built over 9 months while you're carrying that child?
Right. And with the robot, that's what's missing. That's what's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I'm glad we got into that part of it when you guys started bringing up robots because I have that story bookmarked for a topic at some point on some show that I do, whether it's this one or my other one. But I really was disturbed by that pregnancy robot.
Yeah. I think you
it.
should bring it up again for sure, Beeves.
Yeah, I think it would be a really good show topic. But we're gonna end on that note.
Hold on.
What are we gonna say? We can say,
well, before we go, going back to you helping the shelters thing, I'm going to try to organize a bike night over here to raise money for the local dog shelter because they only get 35% income from grants or what have you. Mm-hmm. The rest of it's all on donation. And when I get a date nailed down on that and a flyer and stuff put out, I'm also going to put my cash app on it for donations as well. And all those proceeds from the bike night and everything will specifically go to the animal shelter.
Yeah.
What
That's
you need
awesome.
to do is, send me everything because I'll post it on my other podcast because I do a lot of rescue work on that. And
Right.
I'll even post on my personal page because people can make donations at any time. You might want to see if the shelter has a direct link for donations because some people don't like sending it to an individual person. They would rather give directly to the shelter. So you're muted, by the way, OnlyFans. What the fuck are you muted for?
He doesn't know
They
I'm reading
probably
his
do
lips.
have one. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'll check with them as well.
If you want to donate, just make sure that you put in like if they have like PayPal, you can put like a title in that says bike night donation or whatever, so they know that that's what that donation's for.
Right. So all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna head out of this because we got way too serious. But I want to thank everybody who listened tonight. Thank you for joining the show. And I want to thank SoCal and the Clop for our special guest tonight. And of
Thanks
course,
for having me on. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.
oh, I would love to have you back as a guest.
Most definitely.
I like
You know how to
rotating.
find me. Okay, you know how to find me too for off track. So
Right. All right. Well, yeah, we never even talked about Rusty. He's off I think he was trying to masturbate in the bathroom and got his dick stuck in something. So I think they're
I don't know. He's playing with his Woody somewhere.
He was playing with Woody. Okay. But we kind of just forgot about him. Whatever. He's off doing something.
Speaking of forgot, there's Jay Sparkles just popped in.
Jamie, yeah, well, better late than never, sweetheart.
We're
signing out, darling.
You're gonna have to go back and listen because we got a little serious there, Sparkly, at the end. You might
you'll really like
it.
You might enjoy that, and I'm glad you even stopped in anyway. So, hey, girl, we miss you. But on that note, we're gonna head out of this show, and don't forget to tune in next week when you might hear Robert say something really disgusting and gross in the Urban Dictionary.
Which he usually does.
Yeah, you might. Just make sure you take that nausea medication before you listen to the show.
Yep.
It'll help you get back.
I think so.